Italians are people too, Dylan. Okay?
Oh my God, we're starting off strong. All right, welcome everybody to Truffle Shuffle Podcast, Episode 1. Clay, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Clay Payne, and I'm sitting across from...
Dylan Jackson, and we are sitting...
And we have a man on a stream deck. His name is Alaric Wheeler.
Yup, that's me.
And he's going to make it about 2 shows in this podcast.
And we might kill him. We might. Or they might. That's for the fan to decide. Oh, man.
All right, well, we were going to start earlier with our lovely little show, but somebody decided to go and get sick. So, Clay, tell us what it's like to have COVID.
The Rona.
I had COVID, unfortunately, about 3 weeks ago now, maybe a little bit longer, actually. Basically, my girlfriend got it from a coworker, unfortunately, that brought it home. That was fantastic. I come home from work and she goes, I can't taste anything. And I said, well, shit.
Now's the perfect time, baby.
Yeah. I was like, I'm so glad you told me now.
We're going to try some
I just killed 14 people. Basically, yeah, I wanted to die for like 3 or 4 days. It was fantastic.
You should have told us. We would have helped you out there.
Well, I actually do think it's kind of interesting how it affects everybody differently, because like it hit my dad and it threw him on his ass for a week.
I was bad for 5 days, for almost a week. And I got the body aches and it was bad. We literally were in bed for 2 days. It sucked because both of us were sick. So nobody could take care of each other. It was just kind of like, you want to go make food? She's like, no. I'm like, all right, DoorDash. That's what it is.
Well, I just remember right whenever he found out that she had it, he was like, yeah, but I'm negative, so
I was negative too.
Yeah, but you were like, yeah, we can do the show. And me and Alaric were like, give it 2 days. And then 2 days later you were like, I don't feel so good.
Dude, it was crazy how fast it happened. I was like, I'm negative, I'm fine. And then it was like, just hit me and I was like, okay, I can still smell, I can still taste, I'm good. Yeah, I know. It was not fun.
Well, when I was like at the beginning of the show, whenever the rehearsal process, we thought that it was going to get shut down because everybody thought I had COVID, turned into bronchitis. But I went into the doctor and I was like, I don't know if these are symptoms or not. And the doctor went, well, sometimes symptoms are not having symptoms. And I said, what? I said, you have a medical degree? It's like, I don't know. I've never seen anything where it's
one of those things where you almost feel like a hypochondriac because you're like, I can't smell anything. Oh my God, I have it. And then you're like, oh, my nose.
And then you realize, I'm not cooking anything. So
well, the thing is, I didn't think much of it because it was right when Ohio was like, oh, it's winter. And it went to like 40 degrees outside. You remember that for like a week? It was that same week.
I remember.
That it went from like 40, 50 straight to 80 degrees. And I normally get sick when it does that.
Typical Ohio weather.
I just get like a stuffy nose and stuff like that. But I was like, man, what is going on? Because she was sick. And I was like, well... whatever, she's fine. And then she's like, I don't have a sense of taste or smell. And I'm like, well, I knew that.
Ruh-roh.
So yeah, I was like, great, fantastic. I'm glad. Then I stayed home for 2.5 weeks.
Well, that's what it's like. This happened last year, right in it became a thing. What, in January, February?
No, it wasn't until March. The world got shut down in April, didn't it?
Well, but people were talking about it before, but it was right during cold and flu season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
you couldn't tell.
I got sick in January of 2020, and I had chest congestion. I was coughing, all that.
Probably had it.
But it was before it was a big thing, so it's like everybody was working.
Yeah.
It was just that time of the year. And
I think I had it at the beginning, too, because I got really sick, but I was still coming to work because there's only 2 people.
Yep. No, we had a lot of. I was at Universal at the time, so it's like everybody in there was sick.
I had to go to work still, and then I remember watching when they were like, "Yeah, everything's getting shut down," and it was like when you're in because we're younger or older, when you were watching the TV for your school to close, and DeWine was announcing, he's like, automotive is going to be essential, and I was like, damn it. I was like, no,
you're not going home. My last day at work was Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow.
They announced I was in a meeting or training or something like that, and we saw that Disneyland had announced its closure.
Yeah.
And everything that Disney does, Universal does
that's
within
sad.
24 hours. And we're like,
Jeez.
the girl I was next to just slid her phone silently across the desk, like to me to
The world
read
ended
it.
just
And
now.
She went, shh. And I went, in front of an entire class, I went, well, fuck. And everybody looked back. I was like, oh, no, continue with your lesson.
Dylan, fun fact, is actually a wizard part-time.
I was just about to
not
ask him,
anymore.
so Dylan, what do you do at Universal?
He is a wand thrower.
That's exactly what I do. I find children and I chuck wands at their face.
But fun fact, he's actually a muggle. So
You mean he doesn't have wizard blood flowing
Nope.
through his veins?
he has muggle plastic in his pocket. I only say this
It
because
costs
when
so
I
much
went
money.
with him, I bought my sister-in-law a wand, and they were like, "Oh, you paying with the muggle plastic?" And I was like, "I want to punch you in the face. We're in California.
I was
We are
was
not at
lucky
Hogwarts."
enough to be part of the shows instead of having to work retail.
Yeah.
Because the retail people have to keep all the theming
Oh,
going.
it's so stupid.
But
to me.
they have so much stuff to say. When you're part of the show and stuff like that, it's actually fun.
I just
to
don't
theme
like.
with them.
I personally don't like I almost said Hollywood.
Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter. I'm not
Yeah.
really like a fan of sci-fi stuff. And when she
Well,
said
it's
that,
fantasy,
I literally
so-
just
fantasy, yeah. So
Get your nerd shit right.
oh my
bitch.
god! I literally looked
Do you
at
know
it.
how
I
many
wish
people you
there
just
was a
pissed
camera.
off?
I don't really care. I was looking at
All
her.
2 of them.
If there was a camera there, you could see me just be like, "Here's my credit card, not my muggle plastic."
well, it's like the fun thing was you would get those fans that come in and they live Harry Potter, and then it makes your job a lot more fun
Yeah.
because
They're having fun too.
yeah, because like you can interact with them and all that stuff.
then
It's
You
there's
don't have to
people
feel
like-
like you want to kill yourself as you're talking
Yeah.
to these people who don't actually care about what you're
I'm
doing.
that person because I'm just like, can we just talk normal? Because it's California.
The funniest one that I had was in the Ollivanders show. I was in pre-show, which is like where they bring everybody in before they go into the actual theater, and you walk in and did we do that when you were out there?
I don't think we did the show. We did the ride, and I got really sick from motion sickness.
You were out there long before I ever worked
Yeah.
at Universal. But
Yeah.
so like when you
Carlos
bring
was
them
working,
into
though.
yeah, Carlos was there. When you bring them into pre-show, it's like you walk into a room that's just floor to ceiling with wands, and it looks like you can go nowhere else. But then you open the door.
Not
Spoiler.
Ollivanders?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Ollivanders.
okay. Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
But the pre-show is like where we bring them in and we're supposed to give the little spiel about, like no flash photography, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
No flash.
But
Okay, you're done.
I had a clipboard with me because we would record down the counts, and then at the top of every hour, one of my leads would come in to get the counts, and they'd call it in. Well, I didn't see my lead slip into the back of the room, and they brought a tourist group that was all one group
Oh no.
from Japan.
Oh no.
And
Sorry,
there
I
was-
mean I love Japanese people. I'm not trying to sound racist.
You know where the story's going already. So you got 30 Japanese people and one little white redhead
and they
with a
do not
clipboard.
speak English.
And they brought them all in one group, and I gave them the little spiel, and I was like, so how's everybody doing? Because then you have to wait
Yeah.
for the theater to be ready. So you just have to talk to them. And usually when it was like fans and stuff, I could just riff with them and all that. But they were looking at me like a deer in headlights. And there was 30 of them. And I went, so how's everybody doing? I was like, you guys ready? Just.
I was hoping you had a cricket. You need a cricket.
I'll get a cricket.
I was hoping you had a cricket.
They
on
were
the
just
screen
staring at me, dead silence. And I went, okay. I was like, so who knows what Ollivanders is? and everybody just stared at me. I went, Jesus. I went, all right, let's back up. I said, who knows? We need to unplug this shit right now.
Reach over right now and plug this thing.
I said, who knows what Hogwarts is? And then just nothing.
Silence.
I said, all right, let's try again.
Why are you here?
I said, does anybody know the name Harry Potter? And they're just staring at me. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't see my lead in the back, but I literally took my collar and I went, ooh, tough crowd. And I went, I said, I'm going to pretend to write on this clipboard. Y'all just continue to stare forward. And I looked down. It's the longest 30 seconds of my life before they finally gave me the cue. And I was like, there you go. Beep.
That's funny.
But it's been over Are we over the 2-year mark
It's
yet?
over 2 years, I think.
My last day was, well, no, it's not 2 years yet. It's coming up. My last day was
Is it over 2
March
years?
13th, 2020.
I bought my car in 2020 in January, and it happened. It hasn't been 2 years yet.
It's
2 years will be March.
Yeah, it's coming up on 2 years.
2 years will be March. I
Gee
believe.
willikers, it's been a while.
It's been way too long, unfortunately.
God, shit changed fast.
Yep, our 2-week curve.
But it was always lovely living in California where everybody, preaches the tolerance and all that. And then...
That's a little political. We're good here.
Okay,
Anyway, on to the next segment. We're trying not to talk about politics here because we all... Now he has it.
Now he's got the cricket.
Basically, yeah, we just don't want to talk about politics. We're trying to pretend the COVID thing is not happening.
I was gonna say that people were beating each other up over toilet paper, but
Oh, that was happening everywhere.
yeah, that was.
But that's just a day in California.
I remember when that was like a hot commodity. If you had toilet paper, you were hot shit.
Like
Literally hot shit.
It's like you were a wealthy business owner in the gold rush. You're
My
like
mom
seeing
was
the
like-
men sitting upon the thrones made out of toilet paper.
My mom, she's like, "Hey, I got the good shit." She had like Charmin, and I was like, "Sick,"
You could make a suit out of that.
because the only thing I had was single ply from Aldi's. I couldn't find any. Oh my god, it was like, oh, wrap. Like,
Not even Aldi wants the single ply toilet paper.
oh, it was terrible. Man, it was.
I don't understand why the toilet paper thing happened. It's like I thought people would be clamoring for food and
I don't
stuff
know.
like
It's
that.
because
Not-
morons in Australia first did it and people recorded it and then it went viral on the internet. So everybody's like, "Oh shit, the toilet paper's gone." So
I remember
everybody
going
started
to
fucking
the
doing
store
it.
with my friend, and her and I were like, "Let's go look at the toilet paper." And we walked over, and there was literally a pile of one ply. I was like, in a pandemic, people still don't want that one ply. That John Wayne paper, rough and tough, and doesn't take no shit off nobody. That's what they had.
Do you remember that Vaughn's that was right out there by
Yep.
my place? I walked in there
Nothing.
one day. The aisle was tipped over.
Ours was empty at Walmart and Myers and Kroger's, except for the single ply.
No, not empty. The aisle was tipped
Oh, shit.
over. I walked in, I went, nope, and I walked back out.
I remember walking around looking at like the meat stuff. Like just meat was gone, bread was gone, milk was gone. Like it was crazy.
Well, at
It was a
first,
wild time.
that's the weird thing is that the first week I was like, this is great. I was like, this is fantastic.
It's only gonna be 2 weeks.
I was like,
Oh.
everybody gets time off work. We were getting.
I didn't get time off work.
Oh well.
You
guys
were
had-
essential.
I was essential at a body shop. Who, if you're in
Nobody was driving
that's
cars.
what I was saying. Dude, it took me 5 seconds to get to work, I swear. Every morning it was quite nice. I was like, dude, I could live in the apocalypse. I'm pretty happy with this.
I mean, I caught up on all my TV shows, my movies, my games, all that.
I didn't make
it's
like,
'cause
any
we-
money during the
We
pandemic
couldn't do anything. We were
because
getting.
nobody's bringing cars in because everybody was home.
Animal Crossing came out the day we went on leave from work.
It did
And
come
I
out right
just
then.
played the shit out of it. I dropped like 150 hours into it in the first week and a half.
Holy crap!
I worked.
But then it was like, then we got into week 2, and things.
All right, this
started
is
to change.
enough.
All of a sudden, it was now you're not allowed to go outside.
I remember I was at Miranda's house and we were watching the TV because we heard that they were going to talk, and I was like, let's freaking watch this. And they go, Dwayne comes up and he goes, so they're going to close down. And I was just like, me and her were both like jaw wide open, just like, is this really like what is happening right now? Like,
And then
this
the
is
internet blew
crazy.
up because DeWine's interpreter looks like a female version of DeWine.
Yep, we're going to edit that one out. So it's political. We're not talking politics.
That's
He's a
not political to say that your sign language person looks like the person speaking.
It's mean. Anyway. So
Little
we're back.
snowflake.
We had to
It's
take a little
mean.
side quest here with Alaric, but we're back. But anyway, I remember watching that and I was like, this isn't real. Like, this is legit the apocalypse happening right now. Like, everybody's going to kill everybody. And
Well,
then
they
I was like,
shut
I'm going to
down-
get ammo for my Garand. And then there was no ammo.
In California, they shut down. They wouldn't let you go to a park anymore.
You couldn't go outside unless you... I got a note from work, it's still in my car somewhere, saying that I'm essential and I'm allowed to be on the streets. Do you know how scary that is? Papers, please.
Well, what drove me crazy was that I couldn't go to the little sub shop down the road.
Oh my God, Dylan could go to the sub shop.
But
oh
I could listen. But I could go to Walmart with 400 other people.
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
Walmart was packed.
Do you remember when the masks
I stayed
first
in my apartment
happened?
for 9 days, right? Mm-hmm. Then I went to Walmart to go stock up on stuff, and I thought my head was going to explode.
I remember
because the fluorescent lights and like when you're inside, you're like it messes with like your system, and I was like, this can't possibly be healthy.
I remember going to Myers or Kroger's. No, it was Walmart. I walked in because I was still working. It was during the week when they closed, wasn't it? When they shut everything down. I think it was during the week.
It was like a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I was at Myers I was at Walmart looking for toilet paper.
Right, pick one.
And I'm like walking around. I'm like looking around. I'm like, why does everybody have a mask on? I'm the only one in the store, and I'm like, dude, this is wild. And then there was a person with a face shield, a mask, and another mask on top of that. And she had glasses. I'm like, how do you see? Like, what is going on?
Did you see the memes that were going around of like the craziest face coverings at the beginning?
The pot.
People were wearing like Darth Vader masks and Iron Man masks.
Dude,
and,
the panhandle one was one of my favorites.
Well, I think we've bummed out our 2 viewers long enough.
I mean, this is good. We're talking about what's happening.
I want to switch over to his little segment because I think it's great. Alaric has a weekly segment. Let's go ahead and see it, shall we?
Oh, hokey dunk.
This week in Florida, man. All right, Alaric, what do you got? Tell us what's going on in Florida.
Actually, Florida man's been pretty tame this week. It has some normal crimes instead of outrageous crimes. However, if you guys all remember the video of the man in Florida with the trash can and the alligator.
Do what?
So there was a man in Florida who there was like a 4 or 5 foot alligator on his property, and he grabbed one of his like city trash cans and he's trying to scoop it up, and he gets it, and apparently he's back at it again.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Them Duke brothers are back at it again.
Apparently he's back at it again, and he now trapped a snake. Of course he did. So we have Florida man who trapped alligator in trash can back battling snakes in yard.
I cannot tell you how bad I want to live in Florida. It sounds like an adventure.
And this is from Newsweek, so this is real news.
Oh
no.
A Florida man who went viral after successfully trapping a large hissing alligator inside a trash can has been back in action, dispatching another reptile intruder. Oh, here's the video for you, Dylan, since you haven't seen it apparently.
Oh boy.
He's sitting there like scooping the alligator.
Oh, I didn't watch the full thing, but no, I did see this clip. He's taking on a full alligator with a trash can.
Well, anyways,
he's a brave soul.
Apparently, he's back at it again, trapping in some snakes. So.
Oh, God. You guys have done the Florida Man birthday challenge, right?
No.
Like where you just Google Florida Man and then your birthday.
Uh-uh.
My top hit right here is from May 18th, 2017. Florida man bit on tongue by rattlesnake he was trying to kiss.
Yes. Oh,
but apparently he swept the snake up in a blanket to keep himself from getting any bites.
Oh, good idea.
And
of course.
But he's holding a broom in hand, and he used the broom to scoop him into the blanket. And he says, "Damn snakes in the house and grass."
I got a snake in my boot.
Wait, Clay, did you do the birthday one?
There's 2 of them.
Okay, what do you got?
Florida man robs Wendy's after grilling burger.
Florida man, wait, hold on. Before you even open that article, he robs a Wendy's.
Florida man robs Wendy's after grilling a burger.
Is it an employee?
Florida officials say they are looking for the Hamburglar who broke into 2 restaurants. 2! He said fixed himself some food and then stole money. The Martin County Sheriff Office says the suspect forced his way into a Wendy's in Jensen Beach, Florida, by smashing a window with a brick. He then fired up the grill and made himself a hamburger and walked away with the store safe. He also went to another restaurant where he helped himself to more food and money.
Oh, my God.
So for my birthday, this is from 3 years ago, Florida man, 33, posed as housewife to lure men into home where he'd secretly film sex acts for web.
Well, that took a dark turn. It went from something lighthearted and stupid.
A Florida man posed as a housewife to trick unsuspecting straight men into letting him perform sex acts on them while he secretly videotaped them, the encounters, to later post online. Well then.
God.
Oh, God. All right, here's mine.
Wait. Charged with 2 counts of legal interception of oral communication and 3 counts of record-keeping violations in connecting with the website Straight Boys with a Z.
Jesus.
That's funny.
Oh, Florida. All right. Florida man bit on tongue by rattlesnake he tried to kiss.
So here's the other one that shows up for my birthday. Florida man tries to steal a helicopter after crashing through airport gate. A Florida man faces numerous charges after a wild crime spree. After ramming the gate, the car was inoperable. So Marty, with an I, by the way, Marty with an I, fled the scene on the accident on foot and broke into a nearby home. He stole their car keys, sped away, drove for a mile, crashing through the gate at the airport. After ramming the gate, the car was inoperable, so Marty got out and started running towards the parked helicopter. He was confronted by a security guard who stopped him from taking the helicopter. Instead of flying away, Marty managed to steal a truck and was able to drive away from the airport. This is some Grand Theft Auto type stuff, dude. This
Florida
is like
man
Grand
takes
Theft
GTA
Auto.
to the max.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Here's another one. Florida man is facing charges as police say he stole an alligator and attempted to throw it onto a roof.
Oh my gosh.
All right, here's the rattlesnake one. So it says resident Ron Renaud. This is back in 2017. It says was taken to a local hospital in critical condition Tuesday. Renaud's family said Wednesday he is recovering and expected to survive. A neighbor said that Renaud had been drinking while handling the snake. The reptile appeared calm until Renaud moved towards it as if to kiss it. That's when the snake bit him. He said, "I'm going to kiss it in the mouth." And the snake bit him in the face.
You got a bird mouth.
He's just a slow little snake.
Ron was just acting silly, you know. I guess he said he could kiss the devil and get away with it, but evidently he did not.
That's funny. There's one I just saw in here.
Oh my God! Authorities identified the snake as an eastern diamondback
Oh
rattlesnake.
my God!
One of the 16 most venomous species of rattlesnakes in the United States.
Did he die?
It's illegal to keep a rattlesnake in Florida without a license. It doesn't say if he died. I feel like if he died, that would have been reported.
We're gonna make this segment unisex because Florida woman charged after driving with ex-boyfriend on hood for 20 miles. 20 miles.
Florida man gets 2 years over potato chips. A man who ran over...
Dang, Pringles got me.
A man who ran over his brother after a fight over potato chips gets 2 years in prison. Runs his brother over and only gets 2 years?
After a fight? Well, what kind of Pringles were they? Was it Doritos Cool Ranch? Oh my God. All right. The Florida Man segment. That's going to be good. Well, so every week we will update you on what's going on in Florida. And it's only going to be better.
That was good. I like that. We should just randomly pick a date. Or maybe we'll just like look at the date that we're doing it on. So we'll just look them up. That was good.
In this history of a Florida man. In Florida Man history.
In this day in Florida Man history. Yeah. I like that. That's funny. All right, so I believe Dylan has a.
All right, I got a segment that we'll do here. We don't have a little intro for it, but we will next time. So this is Dylan's Dumbass of the Week. All right, let's see.
He's just staring into a mirror, folks.
I brought the mirror with me. I feel very okay. All right, okay. Let's go with this one. I looked up some. This is the It doesn't have a full story on it, just kind of a description. But this is our dumbass of the week. Oh, no. The world's unluckiest burglars in the UK call the cops on themselves. UK police say it was very easy to make the arrest. Police in Britain say that they received a suspicious call related to a burglary on Wednesday. one that came from the unsuspecting burglars themselves. Police say that the two men later arrested had butt dialed 999, which is the emergency number in the UK, allowing the authorities to listen to the entire crime as it was committed.
Oh, I read UK as University of Kentucky.
No, UK, United Kingdom. Jesus. And then there is the one that we had already talked about, but I'll say it as well because that was September 27th, 2001. Woman allegedly made a bomb threat to get her boyfriend off work. Police say that Kayla Blake told them she wanted to spend more time with her boyfriend. A Maine woman who wanted to spend more time with her boyfriend came up with an incredibly stupid plan to get him off work. Kayla Blake, 33, allegedly called in 2 bomb threats to her beau's workplace. The Portland Press Herald reports officials say the threats to, and then it cuts off. Well, what kind of an article is that?
$13.99. Yeah, that's crazy. Can you imagine?
I wanted to spend more time.
I mean, there's some times where I'm at work that I really just don't want to be there.
But not enough to call in a bomb threat.
Well, now she's like in custody
prison.
And all that. Did she go to prison?
Probably.
I bet so. I mean, that's a big
lot.
problem. You can't.
It's probably a felony.
Speaking of which,
so like technically she called in a bomb threat. So she wasn't like, I think there's a bomb here. She's probably like, there's a bomb. You know what I mean? She had like a voice
exactly
changer.
How she sounded.
She probably was like, there's a bomb. It's
Anyways,
at the blah, blah, blah.
Speaking of that, my last week at
Between the
D-Max,
hours.
right?
Mm.
I kept going outside on breaks and talking to the guys and like, man, I just want to get out of here so bad. I'm so done with this place. And then right before, a guy standing outside, I go, man, I could really go for a fire drill or something right now. And we went to lunch. And as lunch was over, there is actually a fire in the plant.
Oh.
And I walked out. I walked out and I said, I swear to God, if you say a single word.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, boy. All right, Clay, do you have your segment now?
I got to pull it up here.
Hold up. You can get that pulled up while we get a quick word from our sponsor.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Believe it or not, first show, we have a sponsor. It just happens to be my wife.
I knew it was coming.
Graciously letting us use the basement. And she just, her message for the week is, I just wanted to say, I know where all 3 of your mothers live, and if you wake up my baby again, I will not hesitate to call them. Thanks, love.
Fantastic.
That was a word from our sponsor.
A word from our sponsor.
And now, if you would
Alaric's
like,
wife.
contact Truffle Shuffle Podcast at TruffleShufflePodcast.com.
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. We don't have a website.
Absolutely
We
not.
don't have that domain.
We're not that professional.
So I thought it'd be a fun segment to. So Dylan is a actor.
An actor.
And he is. I love testing to try and make him laugh because sometimes he can actually hold it together, but he is a 2-year-old at heart, like all of us. So I have a couple of jokes that I want to test out on Dylan to see if I can get him to laugh.
What are you calling your segment here, class?
Clay's shitty jokes of the week. That's
Clay's
what it's going to be.
Shitty jokes of
And there's going to
the
be
week.
multiple. So
That
I'm going to hit it's going to
rolls right off the tongue, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
Clay's shitty. I don't know. Clay's cool jokes of the week.
That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. All right, let's see what you got.
How much does a pirate, or how much does it cost for a pirate to get his ears pierced? A buccaneer.
Not the sound effects. Not the sound effects.
It's going to get
All
him.
right.
All right, that wasn't me. All right,
Are you ready?
I'm going to try not to laugh.
This is probably my favorite one. It
Okay.
gets me. Okay. Whew. And the Lord said unto John, come forth and you will receive eternal life. But John came in 5th and won a toaster. Was that not the best one?
I don't know why that's funny.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, I'm ready. Hold on. Let me compose myself here. Okay.
Is there a hole in your shoe? You have to respond.
Oh, no.
Then how'd you get your foot in it? What kind of bagel can fly?
I'm not sure.
A plain bagel. Oh, man.
My humor is trash.
What do you call a seagull flying over a bay? A bagel.
Oh, he's
Another bagel one.
He's literally
Another
just
bagel
reading
joke.
down a list that they're all going to connect.
No, they're not all connecting at all.
Oh.
None of them are connected.
All right, you get... All right. let's do. You get 3 more, and you have to make me laugh at least twice.
Okay. Tips fedora, mosquito, malaria. That's such a good one.
At a delayed
man.
I like the elevator music in the background.
What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know and I don't care.
Bah!
Nah.
That's an English joke. It's funny, okay?
Nah.
I like that one.
All right. You got me 1 side of 2. So
how many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
10 tickles. Tentacles.
This one will get him.
Yes,
this is the one that's going to get him. This is the last one.
All right, okay.
Where does the king keep his armies? In his sleeveys.
No, you're done. You're done.
Okay.
Clay has failed round 1.
No, you laughed at most of those.
There were some good ones in there. I love trash.
The one where he came in 5th and he got a toaster, that one made me laugh way too much, dude.
Come forth.
But he came in 5th.
And he came in 5th and won a toaster. And then he died. Oh, man.
I liked it. It took me a second to get it. Tips hat to mosquito.
Malaria. All right. Well, it's tip fedora, but still.
Oh my god.
So what else? What else has been going on?
I can't take credit for this. I think this was Jimmy Carr.
Oh,
Do you know
no.
Jimmy Carr?
Oh,
Just
I love
because you
Jimmy
said
Carr.
you said the mosquito things. He said somebody asked him once, like, what's probably one of the most offensive jokes he's ever written.
Oh boy! And we're gonna tell it here on the TruffleShufflePodcast.
Episode 1. He said,
Let's just get rid of everybody right now. All right.
He said, I don't quote me on this because I don't know exactly how it was, but he said something about if only we could get more mosquito nets out to, Africa and all that. He's like, we could save millions and millions of mosquitoes from dying needlessly of AIDS.
I heard that one. That's terrible. Oh, that's so terrible. So, what else shall we talk about?
Oh my god,
man, it's
malaria.
You've got your little notepad there, Dylan.
Yeah, what do you got?
What's on the notepad?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The notepad literally says Dylan's dumbass
funny
of the
things,
week.
Anything that's funny that's happened in the last few, weeks? Because we have not talked. All 3 of us, we have not talked.
Well, Clay and I have been playing Call of Duty a lot, but
That's
Dylan's too busy.
I'm sorry. I've worked the last 16
He's got to be
days.
in the background, okay?
It's different in California.
He's really busy making TikToks, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm back
Hold
on
up.
that now.
Haley was so mad. She goes, "Oh, so he's got time to make stupid Mickey Mouse videos, but can't actually get on Xbox?"
Oh! This reminds me. How much
here
was
we
the
go.
Mickey?
Oh, yes. How much was the Mickey?
The Mickey puppet for the
Yes.
videos?
I swear, if you say $80, I'm coming across this table and I'm gonna slap you with my wallet.
I think it was 70.
Oh my god! Why did you spend $70 on something that somebody's already doing on TikTok?
You're not
better.
original.
Do you know how much I've made though?
$100.
$43.22.
Let's hear it. Let's get a reality check for how much a tick tartar makes.
All right,
Because I have a lot of views on one of my videos.
Well, what? Hold on, let me pull up your profile real quick. What is your?
I don't have any subscribers really.
All right, let's see.
Or followers?
Here's Clay.
39 followers, and my squirrel video has 15,000 views on it, which is weird.
Yeah, but TikTok 15,000.
My only TikTok is a video of ants fighting cicadas to the Mortal Kombat theme song.
Yes, I saw that one.
Hey, I got one at $688.
I got like 3 likes on it.
That's cool.
Let's see. Where's my thing?
Dylan is a infamous TikToker. He is up there with the great Charlie D'Amelio, probably.
Oh yeah, and I'm giving her a run for her money.
Yeah, dude. She's got 100 million, and Dylan's got 15,000. It's crazy. Not really.
I thought he's got like
I wish I made 15,000 off of.
It would be nice.
Oh, you're talking money. I thought you said
No. Subscribers. I just messed with
Yeah,
him.
he's got like 75,000, right?
Ooh.
150.
Oh.
Well, here, hold on. The actual number is.
Let's all be honest. Dalton has those. You do not.
147,000. 147,000.4.
I got 39.
Thanks.
As I said.
I got 39.
Bet you my YouTube channel has more than you.
Oh God, I haven't.
Mr. Drone Man.
I haven't uploaded on
YouTube.
YouTube.
I've made some really good money out of YouTube.
Yeah, whatever happened with
indirectly.
the drone thing? There was the whole thing of, oh, I'm gonna come out to California and do the.
It became illegal to do it unless I had a permit, and I don't agree with that, so I don't do that.
I do see a lot of no-fly zones.
Freedom, baby.
California is completely a no-fly zone because they made all helipads within 3 miles of the helipad. You cannot fly. It's considered an airport.
And they have a helipad on every building.
Literally every building is considered a helipad. So I may or may not have broken some rules at that park when we flew there.
It is easier to beg for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
Yep. I also got yelled
Words to
at
live your life
because
by.
right in front of your apartment,
Mhm.
I was flying that, and I guess the paparazzi have made it to the point where they can't fly drones because paparazzi was flying their drones to people's houses,
Oh,
taking
Jesus.
pictures of them.
No, you
'Cause they're
can't do
terrible.
that.
You can't take. I don't think anybody should take pictures of people in public. It doesn't matter. I don't care what Jonah Hill's doing. That's not a dig at Jonah Hill, by the way.
The
Nobody
paparazzi
cares.
are a bane of existence.
And when I see one get ran over, I'm like, yeah. That's good.
It thrills me every time I see somebody get punched.
If
whenever
your
they're out
life is going and bothering people, asking them questions when they're out in public, I hate you. I hate it so much. I think it's the dumbest job in the world. You might make a crap ton of money off of it, but I
there.
hate
What was that show? Was it TMZ?
Yeah.
TMZ where they would just talk about like
Dylan Jackson.
what you got
touched
this
a
week.
butt. Yeah, where he's got the weird sippy cup in his hand. He's like, "What's going on this week?"
We got Jennifer Aniston sneezing.
She bought a
behind
cookie.
Sneezing
And it
behind
had
a restaurant.
raisins on it.
Raisins? I thought they were chocolate chips.
Oh God!
No,
they wonder why people in Hollywood are such dicks.
I would be too.
Yeah,
If I was rich.
Let's see here.
it's like the best ones is like whenever you hear like the actors or whatever, but they stay out of the media. Like it's who's one that barely is ever in the media? Probably. Oh God, what are you doing now?
I was hoping it was gonna play it. It doesn't play it, of course. The and then they do the blah 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 did this. And you're like, okay, we don't care. I don't know why.
Well, he cared enough to look up the TMZ logo.
The song, not the logo.
Playing theme song.
Just stay at the computer. That's very heavy. What is that? Why does that have a plug on it?
Because it lights up.
Oh my god, of course it does.
He's got his
RGB.
He's got his whole little studio over
He's
there.
in the ABC, people. So anyway, what else we got? Alaric, you got anything?
I've been off work for 10 days because I got a stomach bug. Was sick for literally 1 day. And company policy is, even with a negative COVID test, you have to stay out of work for 10 days. So I had to sell all my Dogecoin.
Don't work there.
But they pay me good money when I actually
Apparently
do
not.
show up.
I got. Oh, that actually is a funny thing
How
to
can
say.
they make you stay home for 10 days whenever you test negative and
You could test negative and still have it. I did it.
That's what I'm talking about. See, it's like
But
they're
I mean,
like,
I
well, some of the
qualified for
symptoms are-
unemployment, so I'll
So
get that.
listen to this. This is some complete horse crap. I don't want to get political, but I'm going to talk about this anyway because the government. Listen, hold on. This isn't really political. This is just.
I mean,
this
all
happened-
taxation is theft, so.
Terrific. So right at the beginning of when I got sick, I was off work on Tuesday, not October, September 28th.
Stop hitting the table.
Sorry, September 28th, 29th, and 30th through like a week and a half ago. So I talked to my HR person. I'm like, hey, I'm negative, but my girlfriend has it. I live with her, so I need to quarantine as well. And then I got it. Well, come to find out, the government has stopped doing the COVID pay for being out for 2 weeks for quarantining on the 1st of October.
Oh.
Or not October. Yeah, the 1st of October.
Solid.
So your boy only got paid 3 days for 2 weeks. And they're like, yep, we can't pay you for those. And I'm like, but I have it. I'm looking in my phone where we have like our vacation and stuff like that, where you can plan your vacation. And you can look and see how many hours you have. I had 80 hours of, I think it's called FMLA.
FMLA?
Yeah. So I had 80 hours and then it got deleted on the 3rd day and I wanted to cry. I was like, what?
Did they give you an unemployment layoff number?
Nope.
You should have asked for that.
Maybe I should have.
You
Because I
should-
tried to
you
do
should probably
unemployment.
ask for
and
that
I
On
now.
didn't do it.
hindsight.
I mean, it's too late now.
I think you can
I
still do
don't.
it.
I'm
I don't
working.
know. Everything changes by the week.
We had the most
It's-
hours I think I've ever had. We did 300 hours this week. So,
Terrific.
yeah, we're good. we're all good.
That's exactly why I left California, because it was, you're not allowed to work, but you pay us all your rent and all that stuff on the 1st. And everybody's like, where are we going to get this money from?
Oh, yeah. I thought about asking people, like, so, like, we have COVID and we can't go anywhere. Like, what can we do about our bills? But the world keeps on turning even though you get COVID, because I'm not going to say that. Anyway.
Well, I'm trying to get my mortgage right now, and the bank is making it such a pain in the ass because they're like...
you don't have an actual job.
No, I have 2.
Dylan, what do you do for a living again?
I work at the schools, and then I do the shows.
What do you do at the schools?
Oh, Jesus Christ, really? We getting into
Dylan is a janitor.
I'm a sub-custodian, and it's awesome because
he's
I can
a
say
sub.
no.
Hold on, he's
I
a
can say
sub.
no.
He's not even the janitor.
Well, I can say no anytime I want.
But you don't.
I don't think you can, because every time we're like, won't you play with us and talk with us? I'm
not going to say no to money to play Xbox.
Then
for
why
a
would you
couple
say, well, I could say no if I want to?
Like, if I want to go out of town, I don't have to, like, approve it with anybody. Just be like, all right, I'm gone for the next week.
He comes back, I don't have a job. I could technically say no whenever I want to, but I can come back without a job.
So I'm trying to get the mortgage, and it's like I have the 2 jobs, and then they're like,
you can't afford it.
No, literally, they're like, you can't afford a $500 mortgage, and I'm like,
but you
why
can afford
not?
$1,200 in rent, because that's what we ran into.
I could go get an apartment tomorrow, no problem. But they're like, well, you're not making. It was some ridiculous amount of money they wanted me to make, and I'm like, if I was making that much money, I would just save for 3 weeks and buy the house outright.
Yeah,
and but yeah, they said like I moved back to Ohio in April of 2021.
Was it a first time buyer loan, or just a mortgage in general?
Just a mortgage in general.
Try first time buyer. You can get a lot better rates, and there's a lot more, like, there's rebates and stuff like that for people buying a first home.
Yeah,
If
the guy doesn't get back to me within...
No, screw him. I would go, you can do it online, and you can see if you're approved for it. You should be able to get approved.
First time buyer. Okay.
First time, I forget what it's called. It's like a first time home buyer, FTA, whatever it is. There's an abbreviation for it, and that's what you need to look up.
See, so everybody who's still listening, now you're learning something. This is an informational
Also,
podcast.
kangaroos can't hop backwards.
Thank you, Daniel Tosh.
My wife just sent me a picture. She is at Taco Bell.
Oh, bring it home. Bring it home. Bring it home.
We're going to need to do a to-go order.
Yeah.
But, so, anyway, but then he also said that, like, he's talking to the people at the bank. And
I have cash.
I came back to Ohio in April of 2021, is like whenever I became a Ohio resident again. And I had a job within a week, and I've been working the entire time. And they're like, well, the bank wants you, they're like, the bank isn't going to like that you haven't been working there for 2 years. I'm like, did you forget about this little thing called COVID where everybody lost their jobs?
Man, that's a long order there, Clay. What are you typing?
I'm really a slow typer. I said cheesy crunch and a Baja Blast. We are currently ordering Taco Bell as we did the podcast. This is quite nice.
I know. And it'll get back right as we're done.
She probably won't even bring it back.
No, she
Just
won't.
be like, nope.
Let's see. What sounds good from Taco Bell?
Well, I got a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Did I ever tell you guys the 12 taco story? Do you know about this?
Do tell
the
this.
Hold on.
12 tacos.
No. So,
do you want background music?
A friend of mine no, I don't know. No, we don't need background music. So a friend of mine at the hobby shop, there's a Taco Bell in front of the place, the hobby shop. And he's like, what does everybody want? I wasn't there for this, so this is a secondhand story. But anyway, we were like, they said that everybody wants tacos. Cool. I'll do 6 soft tacos, 6 crunchy. And he's like, perfect. He goes over there and he's like, yeah, I'd like the, what do they call it? The party pack or whatever, which is 12 tacos, right?
Yeah, something like that.
He goes, yeah, can I get a party pack, 6 soft, 6 crunchy? And the person goes, the what? And he said the party pack, the 12 tacos. And he goes, we don't do that anymore. But wait, it gets worse. Then he goes, okay, then I'll take 6 soft, 6 crunchy. And the person, I swear to God, he goes, well, why don't you just get the party pack? And I said, oh my God, I would kill him. I would literally just be like, he's like, well, the party pack's actually cheaper. And he's like, or no, he said something else. It's definitely party pack because it's been there forever. And he was like, yeah, that's what I said the first, whatever. Yeah, I'll take it.
And they wonder why they're not getting paid $16
I swear,
an hour.
they're the worst. I remember the one time we went there and it was like kind of busy in front of us, but there was nobody behind us. It was me and you and Kyle. And we go, yeah, we got 3 separate orders. And he said, we're too busy for that. And I turned around.
There's nobody behind.
Nobody's in line. And he said, yeah, you're just going to have to keep going round and round. And I was like, what?
He wanted us to go through the line 3 times, even though we were the only car in the line.
I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just pay for everything. Screw this guy. And I was like, fine, we'll take this.
So technically,
and then he
won.
said there was Then he said there was a limit. It was me and Kyle. That's what it was. He said there was a limit to what we could get. And he said, yeah, we're out of that. And I was like, I'm going to come through the window. I swear, man. He's like, yeah, we're out of, I forget what it was, cheese or something like that. And I was like, how do you run out of cheese? You're Taco Bell.
Don't you like whenever you go through like a fast food thing and you're like, could I get a ranch?
Nope.
Or could I get a barbecue? It's like you're taking it out of their personal collection.
Yeah.
Where they're like, I had to buy this.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest thing ever.
The best is when you're like, the first time when COVID happened, I wanted Taco Bell breakfast. This is the best thing.
Taco Bell breakfast is back. It's back, baby.
Yeah, but it's not the full menu.
No. It's back. And I had the
Clay's
bacon
about to
egg.
fall out of his chair.
I had the bacon, egg, and cheese crunch wrap.
You're messing with me right now.
Bacon, egg, and cheese crunch wrap.
You're messing with me right now.
No.
Don't play with my emotions.
I had it 3 days ago. 3 days ago. This Taco Bell over by us.
You're messing with me right now.
They have breakfast.
Right?
They have breakfast. They don't have it on the menu, but you go up and you ask them what all they had, and they said, "Oh yeah, we have the crunch wrap breakfast." And I said, "You do? You do?"
I'm shaking right now.
She goes, "You want bacon?"
Do you know how
or
long
sausage?
I've wanted this?
And I
Do they
said
have the
bacon.
mini
They gave
skillet
me
bowls?
sausage, but I still ate it because it was so damn good.
and the
Dude,
bacon
so
are
damn
so
good.
good. Oh
So
my God.
good.
Do they have the mini skillet bowls back?
Oh my God.
I did not ask, but
With the potatoes and the eggs.
They probably do.
maybe if you wake up in the morning,
Wow,
You could go get breakfast with
Okay,
me.
why am I being attacked like this?
I'm going. No, like I'm going. Like yeah.
Tomorrow morning.
Did I tell you the
Hold
Taco
on.
Bell
Let's go back
breakfast
to
story?
what I was talking about.
Oh, Jesus.
I forget what we were talking about.
You
Taco
said
Bell.
Taco Bell
I
breakfast.
go there, and
this whole time.
I literally order everything. I had like 4 different orders because it was me and like 2 friends and my girlfriend. We were like, yeah, I'll take a Crunchwrap Supreme or a breakfast Crunchwrap. I'll take this. I'll take that. And then I was like, all right, cool. Yep, I think that'll be it. And then they go, we're not serving breakfast. I was like, why didn't you stop me halfway through that? Like, there was probably a 5-minute conversation. I was like, yeah, what do you want? Okay, you want the breakfast crunch wrap? Yeah, we'll take you want sausage? Yeah, okay, sausage. I'll take a bacon. Yeah, we don't have that. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, because of COVID, we had to get rid of it. I'm
My
like,
soul.
I don't think COVID travels in sausages.
My soul cried for a week when they got rid of it.
It has been 2 years
I know.
since I've had it.
So good.
It's
Dude, I'm
it's
gonna
been
cry
a year
if
and a
it's
half.
really
Bacon,
back. If
egg,
it's really back,
cheese,
I'm gonna
sausage, and they have the freaking hash brown inside. So good. And
Dude,
then they have that
have you
like
tried-
spicy. They have like that spicy ranch
The
or something.
sauce, yeah, it's good.
So good.
Have you had
So good.
either one of you guys had Chick-fil-A breakfast?
No.
I
Fantastic.
don't really eat Chick-fil-A.
Their burrito, get the burrito, the sausage burrito. They have their hash browns in there. They're like perfect, and they're cheap. They're like $3, and they're like amazing. They're big too. They're like probably about that long, like a beefy 5-layer, like that kind of size. Oh my God,
The last time
I'm so hungry right now for
The
it.
last time I tried to get
so
Taco
good.
Bell breakfast was last summer, something like that.
God.
I went to Taco Bell
So
before
excited.
work at like 7:45 in the morning.
You're lying.
They
to me.
were
I don't trust
open.
you.
They
Don't
were
play with
open.
my emotions like this. I'm looking at.
I'm telling you,
Oh my God.
Taco Bell breakfast is back, and I had the most delicious crunch wrap ever.
Listen, so they have a breakfast sign on my Taco Bell on Wilmington Pike over by me, and it says breakfast on it. And I was like, nah. I was like, I go there and I did the same thing I was telling him, where I was like, yeah, I'll take a breakfast, and it wasn't on the menu, and I was like, oh my God, it's not. He's gonna say no, and it was silent, and then he goes, yeah, we're not serving breakfast, and I was like, oh my God.
But
But wait, I go over to McDonald's and I'm like, yeah, I'll take a bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese. And they said, we don't do that anymore. And I was like, I'm just going to go kill myself. Like, oh my God. How do you not have that? So they got rid of that. And yeah, and they said the closest Taco Bell breakfast was Greenville, which is an hour away. I was going to go.
West Carrollton.
I'm going to cry.
West
If you're
Carrollton Taco
wrong.
Bell.
Well, the last time
If
I
I
went, it
wake
was
up
like
early tomorrow
7:45.
and drive all the way to this Taco Bell. Wait, which one? The top of the
Oh, boy.
hill?
They
or the
said
one
they
down
open at
here?
7.
Yeah.
But-
They around 7.
So
I know.
So I get off work at 7:30 on my way home, right? Because I heard an ad saying the Taco Bell breakfast was back on Hulu. Haley was watching like
I'm
Hell's
gonna
Kitchen or
cry.
something, and I was like,
this burrito is raw.
And the Hulu ad came in and it was like, Taco Bell breakfast is back. And I was from across the room.
What?
I said, what did they just say?
He's never gotten
Did they just say
boner
Taco
so
Bell?
fast in his life.
Did you not hear me?
Did they just say Taco Bell breakfast is back? And she goes,
Have you ever had
yeah,
it?
I think that's
you,
what the ad
you
said.
got it on to me. I remember, oh my God. It's still the best breakfast I ever had. I'm not going to say what I was just about to say, but we were in California and a certain type of people were making the Taco Bell, and it was the best.
Certain type
I
of
can't
people.
say it. I can't say it, but I said it. So
Were you
we're
saying,
sitting
like,
there
Mexican
eating
people were
Taco
making
Bell
Mexican food?
breakfast, staring at the fire because the fires were happening.
That's right.
And
Back
we were
whenever
watching
We had the
We were watching the
Santa
fire.
Clarita fires,
And we're just
all
sitting
that.
there eating Taco Bell breakfast, watching the planet die.
watching the city burn.
And I was like, this is beautiful. It was like 8 a.m. And I was like, I love it here. I want to live here. And then the world ended after that. God, I want In-N-Out so bad right now.
I came home from work, right? Because I
Dude,
get off
I'm
at
going
like
to cry
7:30.
if you're wrong.
And
if I go there,
stopped by the Taco Bell because I get off the exit, right? And I was
I'll
like,
punch your
I'm going to go
baby.
to Taco Bell. And there was no cars in the parking lot. And I pull up, and I sat there for a good minute. Nothing.
Always.
Nothing.
Always. They never talk to you.
Nothing.
You're like,
And so I was like, so I got all sad. I went to McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
and I got my like McGriddle or whatever, and I ate it while I was like all sad because I was like, this was supposed to be a crunch wrap. This was supposed to be
I have a
breakfast
funny
crunch
story.
wrap.
That is
So
the most
about that.
Ohio story I've ever heard. Eating McDonald's while
it's like-
crying,
At-
wishing it was
so it's
Taco
like
Bell.
8:45ish.
You've
right?
never had
I
Taco
went-
Bell breakfast then.
I dropped Oliver off at preschool, and then I was like, you know what? And I saw cars at Taco Bell. And I was like, I pull in, and I was like, hello? She goes, hello, welcome to Taco Bell. And I was
It's
like,
the recording. Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. And then they're like,
and I,
can I
I
take
said,
your order?
I said,
You're like, Jesus.
do you guys have breakfast? And she goes, yeah, we have breakfast. And I was like, oh,
I wasn't on the menu,
but
so
I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
on the
eat
menu. She
again.
goes, yeah, we don't have a menu for it yet. And I said,
I wonder how many
well,
times
what time do you
that
guys
day
actually?
they got
What time
that.
do you guys actually open? She goes, well, technically we open at 7, but our dining room isn't open until 9:30. And I was like, oh, that's okay. I could go through the drive-through.
So when I worked at Dayton Progress and I worked third shift, I got off at 7 a.m., right? So I'm like, hey, yo, let's all go to Taco Bell.
Yup.
So we all went to Taco Bell at one
Yup.
time, right? Well, I kept doing that when I was working third shift. And every morning, they would not be in there.
We
or
did
they
that a
would
couple
be in
times
there.
with Jacob, didn't
So
we?
listen, so we get there, or I got there and they didn't have the dining room open at the time. So I get into the drive-thru and the light is on and I'm like, sick. They're open. It's like 7:15. They open at 7 on the drive-thru. I'm like waiting. And I waited probably a little longer than I should have. Probably like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll drive up, see if there's anybody in there. There's a car in the parking lot. They're here. And I drive up.
Nope.
And no, the lady is right there counting the cash in the cash register. And she looks over at me, makes eye contact, and she does this. She goes, and like, oh, crap, and looks back down and starts counting cash faster. And I was like, what is going on? So I went back around, and I was like, is anybody in there? And the lady goes, we're not open yet. I said, yes, you are. I said, that's not what the sign says. And I was like, can I get a breakfast crunch wrap, please? And then there was no response. And I was like, fantastic. And so I just waited I literally drove to the window and waited. And I stared at the lady counting the cash. And I was like, are you guys open? And she goes, no, not yet. I'm like,
What time was this at?
this was it. I literally, this is embarrassing. I was there at 7:15 and left at 7:45.
You sat there
Jesus.
for half an hour.
Do you know how good Taco Bell breakfast is?
It's pretty good.
It's worth it.
It's amazing.
It's
I
worth
think
it.
we need to get ourselves a new sponsor because we're promoting the shit out of this.
I don't care.
I'm
Taco
going to
Bell.
our local Taco Bell and I'm going to say, hey, would you mind sponsoring us? I don't even need money right now. I just want an ad for Taco Bell
Dude.
breakfast on my show.
You better not be lying to me. I'm gonna.
Taco Bell breakfast is back and I will promote it next week. I will get the sponsor.
Jesus Christ.
I will get the sponsor.
If
All
you
right,
come
you
back
do
and
that.
you're like, they actually sponsored us with breakfast crunch wraps, I will literally shit myself.
Like they
Shit will fly out of my asshole, and I will be like,
we
Not
will,
only-
we'll
not
shoot
only
a
do we want
15-minute ad of it just eating Taco Bell breakfast.
Not only do we also want the crunch wraps, we need this in writing.
did you
too,
know there's
so you can
13
write it.
variations of the Taco Bell ong sound?
What do you do at night, Clay? Where you figure
Listen.
this out?
I just found it out because it's on YouTube. That's the original.
This is
This
just,
is so
I
stupid.
think this is just 13
this is
bongs.
just-
No. Look at the video.
That's a B, not a D.
It got me. So they literally just took it and made it go in the right ear and the left ear. Watch. I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh, here's the original.
Stardust tacos.
What? Extra spicy. Is that a...
That's Battleship.
That's a... This is the best video ever. He just slowed it down. So what it is it's literally somebody just took the Taco Bell bong and edited it 3 or 13 different ways.
Oh, and I was so excited.
No,
I was like, there's different ones.
You were so confident. You were so excited. Did you know there are 13 variations?
Probably.
Because that's how it says it. It says it like...
That's how they get you.
It said 13 Taco Bell bong sound variations in 39 seconds.
It did not lie. It said 13 variations.
It doesn't.
Well, then it said original,
company.
and I was like, oh man, maybe they changed it since the 90s.
No, jeez.
Do you remember
how many
old
bells
Taco
can you
Bell?
make?
Do you remember old Taco Bell? It was like, a dream, dude. When you walked in.
Do you remember what
there.
it used to look like in the...
Do you remember yellow Wendy's?
Yes.
Yellow
With like the red
Wendy's?
border.
Dude, you just gave me the That's So Raven.
I don't remember yellow Wendy's.
It's not that long ago. It was the thing. I'll show you, and you'll be like, oh yeah.
2009, they swapped to red.
Once you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, old-fashioned hamburgers.
All right, let me see the side
Wendy's. Can you pull that up for us?
Everybody Google
it
yellow
works.
Wendy's.
Remember yellow Wendy's?
Well, no. But the logo is still red.
The cups and everything were
Yes,
yellow.
because they're going to change Wendy's hair from yellow
and
to
they
red.
had, they still kind of do the foil, but they were all yellow and white cups.
Yeah.
This is not that long ago, by the way.
I don't remember that.
It's like
not
2008-9.
No, it was before that. Let me see what it says here. What year did Wendy's change from yellow to red?
This is the stuff you learn on the Truffle Shuffle podcast.
That wasn't in our year.
Alaric's doing his job. What?
I specifically remember yellow. You do too.
Yeah. What does it say, 95?
Are you ready to be mind blown right now?
I don't remember
1976 to 1983.
What?
We never had yellow Wendy's.
Yeah, but those might have been corporate offices and not franchise.
No, it says they switched from yellow to red in 83. Our minds
I told y'all I didn't know what you were
Mandela
talking
affected us. Dude, Mandela effects are a thing. That just happened.
It's like when the idea is...
Did you know that there's
we
a
are the
chicken?
champions? You're like,
Hold on.
we are the
Carmen
champions.
and I had never noticed this. We were at Chick-fil-A. Did you notice there's a chicken in Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
I never noticed it.
You didn't notice that?
It's
I
in the
think- I
writing,
thought
It's like
right?
the swirl.
Did you know it has a tail?
I don't look at the tail, but I
Dude,
know there's a chicken
We were
in
looking
it.
at it and I was like,
Chickens have tail feathers.
there's a chicken in that. Let's see here. I don't know how to spell Chick-fil-A.
Well, you know that Wendy's collar spells
Says
out
mom.
Or, I'm sorry, it has not a tail, a beak. I never noticed the beak.
Oh, yeah, the beak.
Yeah. You never...
I never noticed the beak.
How did you
How did you never notice the beak?
I
It's
noticed
literally
this,
a chicken.
but I never noticed the thing. Mandela
Oh my
effect.
It's because he's pulling in
That's
there
not
and
the
he's so
Mandela
hungry. He's only seeing tunnel vision. He's like, I need chicken.
I really need that Taco
Give me
Bell
waffle
now.
fries.
I want that Taco Bell now.
I want
Is she
waffle
getting it?
fries.
I don't know. She did not reply.
Did she send you a
act like she
picture
was
of your
typing.
baby?
No, it was a picture of Oliver.
Whose
baby is this?
Whose baby is this?
My baby's in his crib.
So what else we got to talk about?
Let's
guys?
tell the whose baby is this story. That was
Whose
funny.
baby is this?
Let's set the scene here.
I thought you were going to say
It
let's set the mood.
Okay.
Right as Dylan and I are out. Oh my gosh! Turn that off. So
That's
Dylan
actually
and I,
so accurate. It's scary.
So Dylan and I
not
just
anymore.
graduated high school. It is July after graduating, and my parents were nice enough to get us a cruise. So there's actually 2 stories that come out of this cruise. 3 really, but we're only going to tell 2. So the first one,
Are we not telling them massage?
that's what I'm getting into.
They make love
So-
by the end of it, so.
At the beginning of the cruise, on our way to the airport, basically. So Dylan actually came over to my house at 11 o'clock the night before we were leaving.
Jesus,
at
you
7
remember a lot of these details.
7 a.m. Dude, it was one of the, we literally could not stop laughing. We were so slap
It was
happy.
exactly
We
11:02 whenever
stayed
Dylan pulled
up.
into my driveway.
It was 11 o'clock at night, and we were supposed to be at the airport at 6 a.m. in Columbus?
Yeah, Columbus.
Yeah. So that's about an hour and a half drive from where we live. So we had to get up technically at like 5 a.m. and drive straight over to there to be there by like 6:30 to get on the plane.
Right, to sum it up, we pulled an all-nighter.
And that's what I'm getting at. Hold on.
Well,
so
hurry the fuck up, man.
We pulled an all-nighter, and because we were like, yeah, we're just sitting here talking. We're just going to, have a good time, whatever. So we basically just stayed up the entire time. And then went to the airport, and we get on this little tiny plane, and we're sitting there talking.
Now, everybody think back to when you're in high school and, back in your somewhat innocent years and immature and all that stuff. So when you stay up all night,
you get slap happy.
You think you're the most badass in the world, and you're like, oh my God, look at me living the adult life. And then you realize, oh, I'm tired, and you almost feel like you're kind of drunk.
Oh, yeah. No, not kind of. Very severely drunk, about 30 drinks in.
So we get to the airport, we get on the plane. By this time, it's
probably about 7 o'clock.
Something like that.
Sun's coming up through the plane. We are sitting in the seat, and I look straight in front of me.
We're nice and
the
slap
little
happy.
Brochure that tells you how to exit the plane in case of an emergency. Your seat can be used as a flotation device.
The safety card in the back.
And there is just a picture of a little baby floating on top of a seat. And I don't know why.
And the baby's by itself. The baby's just stranded.
Whose baby is this? I'm imagining somebody picking up this baby going, whose baby is this?
Now, to actually sum up, how this went down, if you're wearing headphones right now, do brace yourself. Because it wasn't, whose baby is this? It was, whose baby is this? And he screamed it in the back of the plane. Not only did it scare the shit out of me.
There's 4 people on this flight, by the way. There's only 3 people on the flight. And it was us and my parents, and I think there was maybe a couple other people. So then, after that, our lady, I don't know what's going on right now.
We just got a delivery of Taco Bell, so we're all very happy right
Thanks
now.
for DoorDashing. What you got there? What's that? What is going on? Oh no!
We got a Baja Blast down. We got a Baja Blast down.
Right, you didn't get a drink.
Say
what?
What?
I didn't hear that.
I heard it.
Basement, Alaric.
Jackass!
She did not text me.
All right, so anyway, so the flight attendant is locking people's seat trays or whatever up, making sure everybody's set. And this lady leans over on this small, tiny little plane, and she whacks her head so fucking hard. She literally goes, son of a bitch, out loud. And we're in the back of the plane, and me and Dylan both look up at her. And then she looks over at us, and then she goes, ow. And it was and we could not contain ourselves from laughing. We were laughing so hard.
It was just the utter pause between the.
Ow. And I was like, oh my God. So anyway, then fast forward to second or third day on the cruise ship. Dylan and I are like, dude, we got free massages. Let's go.
Well, hold on here. Let's bag it up a bit. We literally get on the cruise ship, and it's like his family has a room, and then we have a room because we're going on vacation. Yeah. We walk in, and what's the first thing we see? There's one big bed. Well, this is going to be a fucking problem. Yeah. So then they split the beds for us.
No, we go out in the hallway, and we're like to the flight attendant, to the whatever.
To the flight
suite attendant. To the suite attendant, and we were like, hey, excuse me, that's a no. Can you go ahead and pull that apart? And she's like, yeah, no problem. So we get them pulled apart, and then fast forward again to the second day of the cruise.
You can do all kinds of stuff on the cruise. They got shows. I mean,
it's a good time.
They got all kinds of stuff. You can also get massages on the cruise, and we're like, ooh, that'd be cool. So we go in.
Someone gets cinnamon twists?
No, cinnamon scented pine cones.
Oh, those are strong. God, I can smell something.
It's my favorite smell in the entire world. That's what she was bringing down.
It smells really good. But anyway, so
we go to get these massages, and it's like we're not booking the massage together. We just walk in, and we're talking to different people at the counter, I think.
No, there was one person. We're like, hey, we wanted to schedule 2 massages. Not 2 massages in the same room, but...
Well, that's how they took it. So then we show up for the massages.
Also, Clay has never had a beautiful, no offense to her, she was a beautiful woman in her own right. I have never had a good-looking massage therapist.
Masseuse.
If they're massage therapist, masseuse, whatever you want to call it.
Masseur.
I walked in. We sit down in the waiting room. I vividly remember this. This lady walks in. She's probably early 20s, maybe late 20s. I don't know. She was younger, and she's kind of cute. She has braces, and I'm like, that's not mine. I know that.
She points
and
right
she
to
goes,
me.
Dylan. And then I was like, great. And then this little troll walks in, and she's like 30,000 years old. Probably was in freaking Machu Picchu. I don't know, but she walks in.
The distinction between the two voices is what killed me, is because the one girl came in and she was like very sweet and all that. She went, Dylan? And I went, that's me. And then his came out and went, Clay.
But the best part is she is literally 4'10", probably. She is so tiny too. And I was like, whatever.
She had them big, strong hands, man.
I'm like, oh, cool. We get called back at the same time. We'll be done at the same time.
And
we can go do
then
stuff after
they
that.
walk
Whatever.
us through the same door.
Yeah, we're walking past. There's a hallway, and at the end of the hallway, there's doors, and we walk past the first set of doors. There's one here on the right, one here on the left. And then I was like, okay, why aren't we going in those? There's another set of doors, right, left, nothing. Straight. I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's another set.
Back of the hall.
And then we open it up, and I'm like, oh, cool, there's 2 beds. And there's also candles.
No, not beds, 2 massage tables.
Yeah, massage tables.
There's candles, and there is
rose petals.
There's rose petals, and there is a towel.
I'll never forget.
There are 2 towel swans on the counter
in a heart
and their
shape.
necks are touching their beaks are touching in the shape of a heart.
Yeah.
And we walked in and we went, what the fuck?
And the best part is that both of them go, okay, undress to your comfort level, and then leave. And him and I both look at each other and say, don't you fucking pull your shit off right now.
I'm about to put more clothes on.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to put a turtleneck on or something. I don't know.
So then we figure the whole thing out, and we go back up to the front and all that, and they're like, well, these are the only times available. And we're like, we did not pay for a couple's massage.
Yeah. And then we both feel like,
and then they had that bullshit about you can't get your money back and all that stuff. And
it was free to begin with because it came with a room. We had 2 massages for free. We did not pay for them.
No, we paid.
Nope, it was our travel agent got my mom a deal where they got 2 massages and we got 2.
Paid.
I didn't pay.
You didn't pay for shit, Dylan.
Yeah, you didn't actually.
I got a free cruise. It was cool.
I did too. But anyway, so we're just like, fuck it, we'll just do it, whatever. So we are getting the massage, and I have very ticklish feet.
Oh, Jesus
And I was
Christ.
like, I told the lady,
memories are coming back out.
She's like, are you ticklish anywhere? And I said, on my feet. And she's like, okay, I'm going to fucking use my little gremlin hands on your feet for like 10 minutes. And I'm fucking starting to giggle.
We're like 25 minutes.
Stop.
We're 25 minutes into this massage. I'm finally starting to forget that there is another man next to me. I'm
not
like,
much of one.
No, not much of one at all. But I'm like, okay. And I start to finally relax. And then what do I hear but there's the dead silence of the room. And then there was Alaric, set the mood for us, will you? This is what's playing in the background. And then there's dead silence, and I slowly start to sink into the table, and what do I hear?
I didn't giggle like that. I didn't giggle.
I lean over and I go, no fucking way. And he is looking dead into my eyes. And I look over and he goes, I have ticklish feet. And I said, jump off the fucking boat right now. I said, drown.
Oh my God. That was what we heard when we walked in. I was like, we are not getting a couple's massage. Fuck
and
that.
You know what was the worst thing? Is that you weren't single at this time.
Nope.
I was single. And I'm looking at the masseuse and I'm like, all right. And then she's like, oh,
happy ending? No, she didn't. She did not say that.
No, but she's like, oh, y'all are so cute.
Then
and
Clay
I'm like,
jumps off.
Yeah.
No,
the lady at the front desk said that. She said, you guys are so cute. And I said, we're not fucking together. I know he looks gay, but I'm not.
And then he jumps off the boat.
But no, it was a good time.
And I haven't taken a cruise since because I have such a traumatic experience.
It was pretty good. But so anyway,
all right.
Thank everybody for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.
Watching? What are we doing, Clay?
Oh, listen, I forgot.
Jesus
this is. Yep. Thanks for watching and cutting it off. Hey. Why don't I have?
Did we lose power? Oh, okay. No. And next week we'll have a little bit more structure.
Maybe we'll have maybe some more segments like I like what we did.
It was pretty good.
I think this is a pretty good first one.
All right,
I
there we
think,
go.
Thinking for a pilot episode.
Yes, a little
There won't
golf,
be any
little
more.
Golf,
Hopefully, hopefully everybody that's listening is still listening from the
we
the
are
crap
going to
that we
we are going to
said-
be sued.
Oh,
For
instantly
some-
sued.
I will get
We're
that
done.
Taco Bell sponsor.
But just remember, Dylan, Italians are people too.
Wow.